Hello, my name is Matthew Hilfiker, and I'm here today to talk about how a battery works. Batteries are used in many electronic devices such as camcorders, laptops, cell phones, and even cars. Without them, they would have to be connected to a wall outlet at all times, greatly inhibiting their value. So today I'm going to give a brief history of the battery, talk about how a battery works, and talk about the different types of batteries and how they are different. First off, the history of the battery. Battery was invented in 1800 by Alessandro Volta. This battery was comprised of zinc and silver tiles with cardboard that had been soaked in salt water in between them. It gave a small output current and did not last for a very long time, but is still hailed as the first battery created. In 1957, Lou Urey invented the first modern battery, the alkaline battery. His would last 6 to 8 times longer than the standard copper batteries. This was the foundation of the company Energizer, and today Energizer can make these batteries to last even 40 times longer than Urey's first prototype. Now that we've talked about the history of the batteries, I'm going to talk about how a battery works. Batteries have 3 components: the anode, the cathode, and the electrolyte. The anode and the cathode are the tips of the battery, while the electrolyte makes up the body. When the electrolyte comes into contact with the anode, a small chemical reaction takes place. This chemical reaction creates an excess amount of electrons in the anode region. A similar reaction takes place between the cathode and the electrolyte. However, here, a depletion region, or lack of electrons, is created in the cathode. Because there is an excess amount of electrons in the anode and a lack thereof in the cathode, electrons are going to want to flow from the anode to the cathode. So when an external circuit is connected between the terminals of the battery, the electrons will flow through the circuit from the anode to the cathode. This provides the power for the external circuit. Now that we have talked about how a battery works, I want to talk about the different types of batteries. One of the main types is an alkaline battery, such as shown here. And this alkaline battery has an electrolyte of potassium hydroxide. That belongs to the group of alkaline on the periodic table, which is where they get their name. These batteries are meant for one-time use. They can last for a very long time, but once they are done, they have to be disposed of. Another type of battery is the lithium-ion battery. Here, the lithium allows a voltage to be applied in the opposite direction of the battery, allowing electrons to flow into the anode, and then these electrons can flow back out of the anode when it is placed in a circuit, and hence this is how the recharging fact of this works. Another type of battery is the car battery, or lead-acid battery. Here it is a lot larger and contains more harmful chemicals such as sulfuric acid, but it can provide a larger output voltage, enough to be able to power a car. And now that I have talked about the history of the battery, how a battery works, and the differences between common types of batteries, I hope that you have learned something from this presentation. Without batteries, all of our electronic devices would be hooked up to the wall and their properties greatly inhibited. I hope that this presentation also shows that from such a simple concept of a battery, it has been able to transform technology and society. Thank you.